Good afternoon. So I'm here with my new DJI 4K mini drone, and I've never flown a drone before, so here we go. So we'll just powder up. It's quite gusty today, overcast at point. We have got a bit of sun behind us. So I'm going to spend the first minute and a half just basically just see how she handles in the wind, just flying her around backwards and forwards and see how stable she is. She started to pick up the satellites. I think we got from about 11. We ended up with about 21 satellites. So made it the geo made it stable. I did set up the home point on takeoff. So basically hovered around the actual takeoff point. I think around about where I am now, and set the home point. So if I wanted to bring it back to this point, I can. If you go to the map on the DJI Fly app, and you can click on that, it will show where your home point is. They recommend you always check that, because if you don't set it right and you fly off and you've actually not set your home point, you could end up losing your drone. Today I'm not going to fly too far away, just basically fly within my garden area. I'll probably take her up a bit and just have a pan round and see what the camera's like. I'm also going to do a bit of this is a 2x digital zoom in 4K 30 frames per second. So you can do that. Obviously you can rotate the camera up and down from 90 degrees to 0. You can also, I think you can adjust it to go 20 degrees up, but today I'm just going to leave it as it is, just fly around. So it is quite windy. The St. George flag is flying well. You can see it gusting there. So yeah, it's dealing very well with the wind. Just going up a bit above the actual the fence. So if we're going to start pushing it, it will feel it. But no, I'm actually flying around like this, forwards and just rotating her. So you've got your left stick. If you move the left stick left and right, you actually turn on its axis. If you push the stick up and down on the left side, you let it go up and down. And your right stick basically controls banking, so you can bank left and right, and also your forward and back basically flies your drone forwards and backwards. So this is my range here. This is my shooting range I use for my videos. There's my RF enzyme flying there. It looks like it's come down a bit. Might need to actually raise it a bit. It does drop sometimes. So they're the target boxes. All the black thing shielding around the back is steel sheets, which I put up obviously to keep the pellets from going through if I get the odd stray, but I generally don't get them anymore because obviously I've built those target boxes now, and all the rifles are shot into target boxes. So we're just going to go up a little bit. So we're probably, I think we're about 12 meters up now. Just gone to 2x zoom there. So that's just about. The image quality is still very good at 2x, and that's a digital zoom as well. We're back to 1x now. If you film in 1080p, which it can do, apparently it will do 4x zoom. I might try that at some point and see what the quality's like. But this is 4K. So basically I'm just rotating it around so I can see where I am. So there's, I'm just going to 2x again, and yeah, you can see I'm just checking the screen. I believe they're going to change the regulations, I think, next year, where if you've got a screen, they're going to make it a first-person perspective, where before it wasn't, which is going to affect apparently where you'd be able to fly these drones. I think it's not really first person. What they're saying is you don't get field of vision view, but you do. If you're wearing a goggles, you can only see what's in the goggles, what the camera's seeing. If you're flying it as you are with a screen, with a phone, you can see not just the screen, but you can look up and see all around the drone. So it's not first person, not in my eyes, but that's I think what they're going to do, change the regulation code, which basically means I think you either could have a spotter, an observer, which is weird, and that's some idiot on a motorbike going down a road, and or you're gonna have to fly it outside areas, which is really ridiculous because this is a sub 249 gram drone, which makes it legal to fly it in most areas. So I've just pressed the button that rotates the camera 90 degrees down. That's great if you want to sort of come into land and you want to just get your position your drone directly over your landing area. So I haven't tried the return to home yet, which I will do. And also there's a button that allows you to pause it in flight. So if you're flying it forward and you press the pause button, it'll just pause and hover it in that position. You can obviously switch it off, and then you can actually use the return to home, which I haven't used yet. So yeah, basically I'm just flying around. I just accelerated it down the garden. I just pushed the stick forward. We're actually in normal mode at the moment. There is a sports mode, which I'm not going to try just yet. Just going to get used to the way this flies. So I'm going to rotate it. So we're hovering there, just going up a little bit. There's a big tree on the left, so I'm just going to rotate to the left in a bit. I'll just change the zoom a bit there. Just looking across into the fields in the distance. See how black it is. Yeah, and I've just joined these two videos together. I did have two videos. I don't know why. This is the tree. It looks closer than what I am because I'm actually. I think I'm on 2x zoom still. So yeah, I'm sure I've got it on 2x. Yeah. So that's over the top of my house. I think I'm about 25 meters up. I didn't go too far up. I didn't actually make a note of what the screen was telling me, because obviously the controller and the screen tells you what altitude you're doing, also how fast you're climbing and descending, and also it tells you how fast you're going forwards and backwards, as well as the distance you've travelled as well from the actual home point. So yeah, it gives you all the information you need. So flying time, it says in the manual 31 minutes, but they reckon you get more like 20-25 depending on the wind, and it's quite gusty today. You can actually hear the motors working hard when it's gusty, yeah, to keep the actual drone stable. So we're coming back in now. It must be getting near the end of the video. Yeah, 7 minutes. This is actually two videos joined together. Maybe I'll probably make a shorter one. That's my rather tatty chimney stack there. Yeah. So it's starting to rain now. You can just see the rain coming down. So I thought, well, don't want to get it too wet, so I'm bringing her into land. That's my quad shed. Just bringing her forward. Yeah, we're definitely in 2x now because you can see it's reading a lot closer. I'm nowhere near as close to that bin as it looks. So I'm just going to bring her over, and I'm going to gently, bring her down